Hi, my name is Lori, and several people asked me how I made these stickers to use in my Cricut Explorer. I use them in my Erin Condren planner. Um, I'm not willing to make 32 different versions for all the teams that are out there, but I did figure I would make a video to show you guys how to create them yourselves. The best and easiest tool to use that most people would have is Microsoft PowerPoint. Once you do one sticker, you pretty much got the recipe for making them all. The very first thing that I do is I insert a shape, a rectangle, and I make them the size that I want my planner box to be. My Erin Condren weekly planner boxes are 1.5 inches wide, and I like my boxes to be 1/2 inch tall, but you can make yours as big or as small as you'd like. I'm going to leave this blue color. I have a different background color on here just so I can make sure that things are transparent when they're supposed to be. I'm going to change my box to a white fill with no outline because that's how I'm going to want it when I'm done. And then I'm going to start importing my logos. So the first thing I did is I looked at my team schedule. I just kind of Googled Steelers 2015 schedule. It took me to their main Steelers page. The Dallas Cowboys one that I made also had the same layout. When you click, it shows you the details of the game, the pictures and everything. I like this site because it gives you the date and the time, the network, and who they're playing, and it also tells you if it's at their opponent's field or at their own field. For my stickers, if my team is on the left, that means it's an away game. If my team's on the right, it means it's at their stadium and it's a home game. So the first thing I did is I Googled all of the different networks logos. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to do one. Fox Sports logo. I tried to search for transparent just to save myself a step. But not all of them come that way. So I'm going to click this one. This is not looking that great. It's not. Okay, yep, it's fine. So you can tell it's transparent when it's got the checker behind it. So from this view, I'm just going to copy my image. And I'm going to paste it using a Control-V into my document. I'm going to resize it. Oops. And somewhere on here, it shall be somewhere. I apparently grabbed a really large picture. So resize it. As you just saw, resizing it with the format tools doesn't always put it on the page where you can see it. So you might have to kind of play with it a bit. I'm going to zoom out. That'll help. Okay. So I'm going to make it itty bitty. Drag it up here. I'm going to zoom back in. Okay. So I'm going to make it as small to fit in my box as possible. The background's transparent, so there's no issues. I want to get it a little bit away from the edge. There we go. And now I'm going to do my teams. I'm not actually going off the schedule at this point. I just want to show you how to do this. Copy image. I believe the first game is actually on NBC instead of Fox. So this one was also transparent. I'm going to make it small. Oops. I just flipped in. Make them small. I put it in the box. And you can see these lines kind of help you line it up. You can actually also use the Format Align tools if you have 2 items clicked, just like in Design Space, and align things that way. I'm going to go back and do Steelers logo. I'm going to show you a little trick. So this one does not have a transparent background. In PowerPoint, not in Publisher, although I do use Publisher for most of my work. In PowerPoint, there's actually a Remove Background tool. It's for simple images only most of the time. You could do more complex images, but it doesn't like you when you do. Under the Format menu, you click Remove Background, and there's a big box that highlights your whole image, and then there's an inner box that kind of helps you decide where your logo will be. And so you see when I just changed that, this outer ring kind of showed up. If there's areas you wanted to delete, you can mark areas to remove. This will give you a magic wand. You can start clicking. Same with mark areas to keep. I like it the way it is, so I'm going to click Keep Changes. Then I want to crop it because I don't like that it thinks that this image is that big anymore. So I'm going to click Crop from the Format menu. drag this over, click crop again, and it's going to save it. I'm going to drop it over here. I think this is a little small, so I'm going to make it bigger. You can see the alignment stuff popping up already. And then I'm going to start aligning things. So I want my Fox Sports and my box to be aligned center. So I click both of those, holding Control down. I'm going to align their centers. You see that that moved. I want my Steelers logo and my Patriots logo to be aligned in the middle. Those look like they were perfect. And now all that's left to do is add my time. So I'm going to insert a text box, throw it in the middle here. Let's say 8:30. I'm going to make my font smaller and black so that it shows up. And then I'm also going to align these items. Back to drawing tools under Format, Align Center, and then you see that everything is good. And then you can play with the font, you can play with whether you want it right-centered or justified. I believe I made mine centered within the box. I did not. Ooh, what happened there? Recenter it. Format, Align, Center. Here we go. Now I've made my box. This is my first sticker. Trying to zoom out here. There we go. I'm going to highlight all of them, and then I'm going to group them together. And now it's one image. And so now I've got my first sticker. Now one thing that I'm going to say is an easy trick to do before you group them. If you've got, like my team was the Steelers, I would go ahead, I'm going to ungroup it real quick, and I'm just going to copy this logo and paste it a bunch of times, because I know I'm going to need it over and over again. The same with the Fox. I would go and get Fox and NFL Network and all the other logos that you need and kind of have them off to the side so that you can just drag them over where you need. Once I have my stickers done, and they're all grouped individually like this, so I'm just going to pretend that I made multiple here of different teams. I'm going to kind of eyeball them to try to get them aligned as much as humanly possible first. Do that. I'm going to highlight all of them, and I'm going to align their centers, and then I'm going to distribute vertically. These are all kind of the same tools that DS has. Once I've got that done, and all of my stickers, I actually made mine in 2 columns, as you can see here. Once I have them all done, I highlight all of them, and then I group them together. And then when you click on the image, you can right click and you save this picture. And then you'll save your picture as a whatever PNG, Steelers Test 2. PNG is a very good format because it maintains that invisible background on the items. And then you're ready to go in and upload to DS. So thanks for watching. Please feel free to PM me or comment this post with any questions. Thank you.